Good evening, viewers and players and all those in between, and welcome to another spine-tingling chapter, one of the final chapters of Blood from a Stone, a tale of love and dread in RPG. My name is Philip, and I am the Dread Master, and I am joined by several wonderful players. Say good evening, players.
Good evening, players.
Let's just get on with things, shall we? First things first, it is the month of Rocktober, also known as Domtober, which means we are opening the, I'm not sure I've mentioned this to everyone, the Dracula's Castle set. Boy, how appropriate is this adventure calendar. So, I'm going to be opening one of these per day, not even always on stream. Sometimes I try to do them on stream, but it's like, I don't care. However, for those keeping score, you will receive a bonus if you correctly guess the die behind the curtain. First, we had a Bat and Moon D4. Next, we had a Misty D6. And then after that, I alone can fix it. I alone found a percentile Misty die. So there are
I'm voting for a Bat D20.
Bat D20, all right. We also don't know what all the symbols are, which is fun.
Ooh, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go Wolf D12.
Wolf D12, all right. Bat D20, Wolf D12. Zane or Jeremy, you also don't have to participate. This is just
I just want to know what's going to happen. I don't want to predict the future
Sounds
today.
good.
Right.
Zane, Jeremy.
The show.
Then I shall
I'm just
open.
here for the show, yeah.
I shall open box. Box 3 is open, so I shall open box 4.
I like that little stage.
Yeah, well, and it's like you can set all the dice on it, you know, and you have
Yeah.
there's like a dead adventure there. It's pretty fun.
That's so cute.
It's
I
cool.
love that your dice have a little dance floor.
They're evacuate the dance floor. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice. If you look, the stained glass windows have polyhedral die in them.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
But also,
Beautiful.
stop. This beat is killing me.
I feel like it might be Spider too.
Spider could be on there. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new symbol. It very could be a wolf. One of Philip Glass's tracks on the Philip Glass score of the old Dracula movie is called Or a Wolf, so it could be a wolf. It is a interesting actually. It is a black and red D8.
Dud.
The 8, however, interestingly, this is kind of a very low-key symbol. The 8 is merely a bloody 8. So I think there's a set of blood
Beautiful.
dice where the highest value is simply like dripping red.
That's a good
inverted
one.
color. So there you go. Inaugural roll on this dice, on this die that is, was a 6.
Not bad.
Above average.
Above av, baby. So, let's talk about this game.
No,
because
like 3 is like average, right? That's what I was told.
3 is average?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
a penis length joke? 3? Jeez, wow. Okay. Oh, let's lower expectation a little bit. 3 max.
No, that's what you told me.
Anything over 3, that's like an effect. Oh dear. Well, thanks for taking us down that road. down the road, down the penis road.
That show is very good so far.
I'm enjoying it. It's very fun stuff.
We haven't seen the most recent episode. No spoilers, please.
Penis
I'm
road?
so- I just
It's so
spoiled the
gay
penis
in the
road,
best
sorry.
way. The show is so gay, and I love it.
The show's pretty
Agatha.
gay. Agatha. So, speaking of Agatha, let's talk about what happened in this game. Last week we had a rather substantial, meaningful session where some things occurred. The characters we'd been following, which is kind of more the teens, Zeke and Rawlings, they remained at Darkmoor College. But the teen scene, being, what are all their names? Shelly, Minnie? Minnie is your name, Lauren? Johnny Voltage and Flick, they all kind of decided to go and try to seek refuge with a weird man who has a gun store on the edge of town. They did so, but then it seemed like the skies really opened up and got intense, and Flick nearly looked up at something, and it was like the mist was almost like raining into her eyes, and she was pulled back in, and the old man, Crutch, basically said, you guys should be aware that, like, you know, we just need to keep shooting until we run out of bullets, because, like, evil is out there now. However, unbeknownst to them, some rather major events were occurring in the Lover's Lich Yard. Dracula met with the Stone Man, offering him the ability to feel once again, through nothing but his own power and might, conquering Maisie. The Stone Man kind of was like, okay, well, let's see what you got. Oh, and also Dracula discovered that the Stone Man had already, like, wrapped Johannes Gerstenkorn around some spikes and kind of had him trapped because Johannes Gerstenkorn had promised something similar and not delivered. At that point, however, a dread storm occurred. Maisie arrived, feeling that, you know, at this point Dracula's kind of going too far, trying to upstage, undo her events and everything. And the two of them began a battle of sort of dominance for some of these, sort of dreadlords. I had Lauren represent Maisie, as she was the one who brought Maisie into Top Flight so long ago. I had Zane represent Dracula for obvious reasons, because of Everett. And then Zane rolled real good.
Yeah.
Then what happened is that Dracula, fueled by the final pumps that Everett would never get, Dracula took that strength and basically bared his fangs, his greatest weapon, sunk them into the rock of the Stone Man, and drew blood from a stone, doubling down, transforming the Stone Man back to flesh. The Stone Man was in pain, but was in ecstasy because he hadn't even felt that kind of pain, physical pain, in so long. Dracula then waved a hand and shot Maisie back through the mists, a sort of a firm and decisive victory. And then Johannes Gerstenkorn kneeled to Dracula, saying, okay, well, yes, daddy, yes, king. And Dracula told Johannes Gerstenkorn he could finish off his sort of former foe, Dreadlord. So Johannes Gerstenkorn used his body just like a bandage, and the Stone Man used his body just like a wound. And we'll never know where he disappeared, but we can see him rising up out of the backseat now, like an angel rising up from a tomb. That is not the invocation for today, but I just wanted to say it because what a great lyric. Objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are. So, with all of that in mind, you may have noticed I gave them a heads up as to where we'd at least be starting. We're going to be checking in with some characters. Some are longtime favorites, some were recent additions, but still made an impression and were fun when they did. But we'll be checking in elsewhere, at least to start today's session. The Dread Clock, boy, sits at 6, and there was a dread storm last session. So many 13s, and I hope we get some more tonight. So, with that in mind, although the fact that we're using the Fate system, I think they become a little harder to do in Fate if memory serves. I think they tend to be, where's Lulu here? Yeah, there. It's really just if you make a luck roll, I think. So, with all of that in mind, I shall now read the invocation for chapter 165 of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. Every time I see you, all the rays of the sun are streaming through the waves in your hair, and every star in the sky is taking aim at your eyes like a spotlight. The beating of my heart is a drum, and it's lost, and it's looking for a rhythm like you. You can take the darkness from the pit of the night and turn into a beacon burning endlessly bright. I've got to follow it for everything I love. Well, it's nothing till I give it to you. Anybody know the artist on that one? It's a fun artist.
I always Google it every time, so I'll say it, but it's
Jim
not like
Steinman.
Well, that's the writer, but go ahead and say the artist if you want to.
Air Supply.
It's Air Supply. That's Jim Steinman in a different mode that works, but it's not. That's with Air Supply, who's a different kind of jam. Really fun stuff. All right. Well, meanwhile, Oksana, You have been tasked with leading the army of surviving monsters on behalf of Dracula. We will begin with you. And Oksana, though there may be monsters who are better at this than you are in charge, and ultimately it's up to you. So the first thing I need is on your Oksana sheet, if you have gone back to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need you to make a survival roll
Oh boy.
as you guide them.
It's just D20, right?
It's a D20. Well, you'll have a modifier because this is the D&D.
+2.
Cool.
That's a 2.
So a 4.
Yep.
Okay. Well. Oksana, it has taken you a long time. You were directed to lead them to Darkmoor, which is a place you could understand coming from Paradise yourself. But sadly, you have led your crew on a merry chase. Lauren, please roll a D13. Here's the thing. Though you did a bad job, it is actually still possible, if you roll well here, that you are going to wind up in Paradise.
I rolled a 4.
But you know where that is.
I know. I didn't do it on purpose.
Like, I kind of regretted that we did a 4 because it didn't make Monday scary enough. Alright, well, you've rolled a 4. Fair enough. The dice lead us where they do. So, Oksana. Oksana Ranchauser being a bunyip, Lulu the ogre, and Scump the jackalope. Along with Vrash the manticore is probably back there somewhere. There's a few other monsters here and there, I think we sort of said it, but it is not a massive group of them. But in Oksana, for whatever reason, the past few days, there may be kind of like another sort of group, off in the distance, kind of, you're scouting ahead. But you are here with Lulu, Ranchauser, and Scump. That is kind of your main team. You find yourselves on a strange sandy beach. Now, Oksana, you have a proficiency in stealth, don't you?
Yeah, I should.
Then in that case, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
18 plus 6, 24.
All right, so Oksana, your guidance has not been great, but boy, have you been keeping your team quiet. And you have sort of emerged, kind of skirting around the mist, entering a new realm. One that has a sort of distinct scent of coconut and shame. Actually, no shame. Coconut and openness. The moonlight here makes everything look like it's being shot through like a Vaseline-covered lens. Vaseline just feels present in the air.
Very smooth place.
How does this happen again?
The place is certainly empty, but Oksana, with your incredible stealth, as you kind of sneak ahead, you have not encountered many people as you've been trying to find Darkmoor this whole time. You see some folks in the distance. They're in a little kind of tent cabana on the water, and you can tell there is some kind of like structure a little further up the coast. Emerging from this tent, actually, Oksana, you have not been detected. You've kind of been able to sneak to a place to kind of get, kind of take stock of what's going on. Could you please give me a perception check? I think you're also pretty good at those.
Another 18.
So
plus 5.
a 23. It's pretty good. Oksana,
Yes.
you see emerging from this cabana at great speed is a sort of cloaked figure. A figure in a sort of strange, it almost looks like a space suit, but it's kind of short and small, and it almost has like a cat-like face. You also see a man in a white suit and a sort of spectral, ghostly figure. and they are running as fast as they can toward a wall of mist. In the distance, one that has an archway, like an opening through it, but as they reach it, the one in the cloak suddenly transforms into a nearly 20-foot tall giant. With your 23, you can tell that it is a cyclops, a single eye on its head. The ghostly figure, the man in the white suit, rush in. Then the cyclops all actually trips on the beach, not quite making it. This kind of cat-like figure in a spacesuit rushes back over and helps the thing up, and then they both enter the mist. And the archway seems to close behind them. Yes, Oksana.
Does the archway look like they would enter the mist through the archway, or that it's like protection from the mist?
An excellent question. I think give me you know what, you're proficient, you have a +5. Give me an investigation.
That's another 18. I should pick another die.
Don't. No, please keep rolling it, because at some point
okay.
you're gonna think everything's great, and then it'll roll a 2 and it'll be beautiful. So
I've been rolling on my tower too.
with a 23, that's great. Oh, well, then it's the tower's doing it. With a 23, Oksana, you do suspect that it is some kind of boundary protection, some sort of like magical path through the mist that is disappearing.
Okay. I don't feel obligated to share. She'll just log that.
Lauren, do you know what you just saw?
I think so.
Yeah, you saw Monday, in case anyone's wondering. You saw Cosmin Ocelot and Henry and Ghost Nova and
Okay.
just running out. Yeah, you're fine.
I wasn't sure, but yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, in any case, there is now that cabana on the beach. Everything is still, although with your high perception, you kind of were focusing on the figures and their wild running. But now you see this, you kind of hear this odd, as like the waves lap on the shore, this kind of almost hypnotic but off-putting crash, crash. Oh yeah.
She'll turn to the others and say, "Do you hear this moaning, this grunting sound?"
Do we hear it?
Make a perception check, anyone who'd like to. And if you do not have hearing, and actually I guess it's not perception, it would specifically be hearing for any of you who have already added hearing to your character on your
For
stuff.
me, it says listen.
Listen is great too.
I take a big deep inhale and make a smell.
Go ahead and smell it up, Lulu, and God have mercy on your soul.
I forget, what am I rolling for this?
So,
Yeah.
so the way this works is you have a few options. One, you can roll 4d6 and report the exact numbers to me. Two, if you'd like, I can roll a set of fate dice for you. I can do that into like an empty thing and hold it up. Or you can roll a d100, which is sort of not perfectly accurate.
I would roll the d6s.
Roll d6s. Zane,
You
are
want the
rolling
four
D6s?
numbers?
I'm gonna roll d6s.
You roll 4d6s, and you don't sum them. You just you'll report the numbers.
I got a +4 overall.
+4 overall. Understood. Lulu, what you smell is it is a much less pungent version of what ogres have, but the scent of when two ogres are trying to make another ogre. You can smell that just on the air here, but in that sort of smaller, subtler human way.
I take this big deep breath and then I lean down next to Oksana and go, sensual.
She'll push his head away.
Sure. Scump, how did you roll?
I got 6, 2, 2, 4, and I have +4.
6, 2, 2, and 4. Okay, so the 4 is a 0. The 2 and the 2 are -1s, and the 6 is a +1. So that means we cancel out 1 + 1 and 1 -1, leaving you with a -1. So if you have a 4 to it, you have a 3. Okay, a 3, if we look on the ladder, is considered a good result. So you definitely hear odd, You hear the sound of the ocean feels too alive. It feels too expressive. There is obviously it's some gross magic at work. And you probably overheard with that listen, you probably overheard Lulu saying sensual, and that's not a bad way to describe it. If a little, for some reason, it makes you feel icky. Ranchhauser, how did you roll?
3, 4, 5, 6, and I have a +4 in listen.
3, 4, those are zeros. 5, 6, those are +1, so you have a +6. So with a +6 overall, that is a fantastic result. And Ranchhauser, you hear not only the moaning of the ocean, but also the ripple of the wind, the leaves blowing in the wind, feels like a lover blowing on a neck. The creaking of the trunks, the thick, girthy trunks of the palm trees, feels like the throbbing pulse of blood under skin. You hear eroticism. To a bunyip, I cannot speak to what that means, but you definitely you can tell, basically, to put it in a way that is, I'm going to try to not always just be gross about this, it seems like this land is constantly edging. That's what you hear. The world around you is just right on the cusp, begging for release.
Feels like something's nasty afoot.
Does have the essence of the of college. I think that is.
The essence of college.
What's that?
I don't know. I didn't make it. I was still a senior.
I feel a lot of pumping going on around here. You feel the pumping? Scum. You feel the pumping?
Okay, well, this seems dangerous, but not in a way. Well, perhaps in a way I've encountered. So aside from the people that escaped through the mist, there are other people, right? Or
You
was
have
that
not seen. You probably haven't seen a soul in. You know what? Roll a d13 for me.
Oh, fuck you. Whew, 12.
Wow. Okay, fair enough.
Done forever.
It has been 12 days since you've heard another soul. You guys haven't encountered anyone on your trip, and the monsters. It's like you guys have been like scrounging for what to eat. It's been rough.
I meant on the beach. Sorry.
Oh yes, on the beach, but like the first people you've seen in days were those weird figures who sprinted into the mist and disappeared.
And there's nobody else on the beach.
Well, there was another person in the cabana. You saw another shadow in there. You saw another figure in the cabana. Like a shadow from like a lantern, and there still is a lantern, but you can, it was just a silhouette.
Ah, okay. So she'll say, "This has the essence of college, but this is not college. This is not the building that we are looking for.
What's a college?
It is a place of learning, of advanced learning. You go there, and it's a long story. Do not concern yourself. This is not right. Can she kind of recalibrate and see if she can like navigate out of there?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to kind of figure
Lauren
out.
loves Voluptua.
Yeah.
Oksana?
It would not be her
Not
vibe. Yeah, go ahead, Oksana, and give me a... I mean, I think it would be another survival, unless... Well, actually, no, you could do an investigation if you wanted to.
Okay.
I'll let you be more intelligent.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, so
Plus
25.
5.
All right, so Oksana, upon reaching this spot, you are sure, I mean, you didn't need to roll for this, you know that you are not in, you definitely know that you are not in the place you're going.
Yeah.
You also know that where you've come from wasn't leading to it. That being said, the fact that there was a passage through the mist over there may mean that somewhere in this tropical island, because I mean you can see mist also in the far distance and kind of under the moonlight, it's this beautiful kind of vibrant, very sexy purple glow. So you suspect that on this island there may be another passage out. But there was a part of you when you saw that opening, you were like, oh wow, and you saw it sort of closing in their desperation, you realized, okay, well, that's not it. Although you could go and inspect that mist and see if it would open for you.
But the mists have been broken, right? Like, or are they reconvening?
The mists are broken, but they're present. They are no longer pure, firm boundaries. They're no longer firm, hard boundaries here in Voluptua, but instead they're a little more fluid. A little more like, like what you do at a party doesn't matter kind of boundary. Sort of like you just try it. It doesn't define who you are. It's not your identity. Just see what happens. So the point is, the mists, it's like everything's kind of together and weird. The mists are not fixed. They move.
Okay. Okay, I believe that we can get to Darkmoor through this.
I think with your 25 investigation, you suspect I won't have you waste any time or danger.
Okay.
That one closed very firmly, but that means there could be other openings. So you think your best bet would be crossing the island, going to that other side over there.
Yes, through this island to see if there is an opening on the other end. So we will go, and she'll get up and go.
Okay. You're not going to investigate the cabana or anything?
She will actually, if there's a shadow there, she will actively try to avoid it while keeping her eye on it.
Okay, cool. Make a stealth roll then. And in fact, let's have some other fun friends. Let's have Scump, Lulu, and good old Ranchhauser also give me a stealth roll.
12 plus 6, so another 18, but not natural.
18, an unnatural 18. Remember, gentlemen, if you want to, these characters have so much room. You can put stealth into any of your open slots if you want to.
Do you use your fate points above? Is that
the fate points are for other strong things? No, all those empty slots under skills, you only have that many total to like place things in. So,
also, just to be clear, you can put anything in your open slots.
That's also true in Voluptua.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. We're in a system we haven't done in a while. The way it works is under skills, anything you haven't already applied a skill to, you could type in another skill and gain that bonus to it. So it's kind of a thing of like you don't want to do too many because then you might run into a situation where you don't have one. You're like, I wish I had an open 3, but for now, if you want to. Is anyone adding stealth? I see none of you have it present. Is anyone adding
I put it
stealth?
at a +2 for fair, so I got a 1 overall.
A 1 overall. Scump, how did you do?
I got 4s or 0s, you said?
3s and 4s are 0s.
Okay, so I got 2 plus the 2 I have for stealth, so
4.
4.
Good, yeah. Or excuse me, not good. Great. So an average job by Lulu, which quite frankly for an ogre, pretty good. Oksana leading very stealthily, Scump being stealthy as well. Ranchhauser, are you going to put stealth into one, or are you just going to free roll it?
I put stealth into good, so a +3.
Great.
And I got a 1, 2, 2, 6. So 1, 2, 2, those are all negative ones?
Those are all negative ones, yes. And the 6 is a +1, so it's -2.
I got
You're 3 on stealth, you have a 1 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ranchhauser and Lulu are kind of maybe not being stealthy enough. Maybe they step on some point of sand and it's kind of like, oh yeah. And it's just there's a vibe to it. However, you do all make it past the cabana without anything within it looking at you, noticing you. As far as you can tell, nothing's coming for you. And eventually you find yourselves on the edge of what, Oksana, you assume is like a tropical resort. There's a large kind of building on the inside. You don't see anyone in it, but there's lots of lights on and there's music playing over the speakers. Lulu, give me a smell roll.
The 5. So superb.
Superb. Wow. With a superb success, Lulu... So, Oksana, if you're just trying to... Oksana, unless you think you're going to go investigate that, you're looking for a passage through the mist, so you'd probably be going beyond. So as you're kind of quietly leading them, not wanting to spook anything, because this is the first place in many days you've seen any action, any living beings. Lulu pauses, and Lulu, you can smell within this building something that has been in very short supply. You smell food.
I'll just grab Oksana by the back of like her sleeve or something, and kind of gesture that way and go, hungry.
How thirsty is Oksana?
Oksana, you are very thirsty. I mean, all of you have been eating you have not had much to eat. I said you haven't encountered anything, but you've probably, like, you've come upon enough, like, tiny little, like, rats or things to eat. You've been eating vermin, and, Scump, you've been eating dead grass, and just kind of, yeah.
Okay. Can you go on without food for another day or two? I have.
Say discontentedly.
Ranch Hauser. And you?
Got any fish? You smell fish in there.
Okay.
Lulu, with a superb, you think you did smell something fishy.
Oh my god.
Shrug.
All right. There's no telling how long we will have to go without food, so we will examine this, but we get food and we go.
Maybe we could dance a little, or like.
No, we are not dancing. We are not dallying. We are eating and leaving.
Is dallying a dance move?
Gump likes eating.
Thank you, Scum. That was very helpful.
He's good at it.
You're welcome.
Oh. All right.
Big eater, Oksana? You like to eat a lot?
I drink. That's neither here nor there. That's look, and she'll go up to, I guess, the window, or like, is there a window, or is it like
Absolutely.
open, or
yeah,
what?
I mean, there are big open doors. It's like it's like you're looking at, like, the front door of, like, a, or actually probably the back door facing the beach.
Okay,
But yeah,
she'll
you absolutely can spot
she'll go and look in the window and see if there's like a table, or she's not really looking. She can hold off, right? Or is she?
I think that if you, honestly, Oksana, you are probably the least tempted by this because food is not of interest to you. If you smelled like a person, there's no people.
Oh, I thought there were people dancing.
There is no one anywhere. No, there's music playing, but there's no people.
Oh, okay.
Just to put everyone in the mind of this, remember, you are all people who hid underground in a little cave that didn't get blasted by mist. Everyone you've passed is dead. There is no, like, the Dreadlands are basically empty. You've been going through, you walked through this Dreadland, that Dreadland. You don't see any survivors anywhere.
I wasn't sure if people were like re-emerging and continuing to party in Deleptua, because that's what's happened.
It is not, and I will mention, I'll just say it just for the perspective of this, because this is something no character would know without this stuff. The only place more people have appeared is Paradise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll look through the window and see that there's no one there and say, all right. And how small are they? Are they, like, pretty small?
Ranchhauser's about your size. Scump is a rabbit, and, well, a rabbit with big antlers, so kind of a rabbit plus. And Lulu is an 8 foot tall. You think? How tall is
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll take Scump and put him through the window and climb in after him.
Oh, okay.
I I don't know. She doesn't want to move. They'll just-
Gump will start looking for food.
Okay, cool. Scump, it is, you can find a bunch of kind of, like, rotten but not dead in the way the other stuff was dead, like food on some kind of breakfast tray platter. There's, like, some, like, rotten lettuce and stuff, but it probably would be better than anything you've eaten in a while. However, what Lulu was probably kind of sniffing or sensing was there is a very sexual gift shop with a lot of edible lubricants and undergarments and other things like that are very present. And in addition, Lulu also probably scented or smelled that there is, like, a kitchen with a freezer. You do notice there are some bodies. All of them, they're pretty rank at this point, Oksana. It's probably the blood. You probably wouldn't be interested in it. But all of them have looks on their faces like they were in absolute ecstasy when they expired. And in fact, many of them are also naked and in the middle of, having been doing something. But they're also dead for like a week, so it's rough.
Hurry. Get your food.
runs to the lettuce and goes to town.
Understood. Lulu, if you go back to the freezer, kind of, you might have been smelling sort of in that room. If you open the freezer, there actually is a good bit of, including, there is some fish in there, in fact.
I'll toss a big one to Ranchhauser.
So Ranchhauser, it's a fish sickle, but it's better than what you've encountered in a long time.
Ranchhauser catches it with his mouth and just swallows it.
Oksana, give me a luck roll.
11.
11? There's something else in the freezer. A couple of people were not killed by the mist. There's a pair of individuals who hid in the freezer from the mists that were coming. Naturally, they ended up fucking. And they are frozen. It's a man and a woman, and like he's like in doggy. And she's frozen, and she has two like popsicles that she's rubbing on her breasts, and they're just like completely frozen together. So those bodies, Oksana, they are frozen solid, but they are full of what you would assume is fresh blood. You can even smell it.
Okay. Could she? Would it work? Like, I feel like she would have a better knowledge of this, and I don't know if this would work if she like broke off one of the arms to take with her, and then when it thawed, she could drink it.
You absolutely could break off an arm and try to like suck blood out of it later, sure. Although, do you really want to waste all that? There's so much blood here.
Is she overcome with thirst?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I mean, she is in Voluptua, so she's got to be pretty thirsty.
Did you roll 13?
I did, but
These two were thirsty.
I have a +2, so
Yes, but it's what's on the die that matters here. So that gets us to a 7. Lauren, please roll a d13, and if you want to have an extra sexy time, you know what you need to roll.
I don't.
Yeah?
I'd like to leave this game right now.
Did you roll a 13 for real?
That's right.
That is so sweet of you. All right. Lauren.
What?
Okay. As you look at their bodies, you look at her the way she has them on the thing, and in your hunger, she reminds you of Dahlia.
Mm-hmm.
She has that kind of charisma. And you are overcome with a desire to just drink. I mean, him too, but you want to drink her up. So Oksana, with a 13, as Ranchhauser is probably like gnawing on a frozen fish, his scump is eating what lettuce remains. Lulu, what do you think Lulu is eating of the stuff I've described so far? Edible panties?
Try cold fish.
Try cold fish. Also sucking on a cold fish. Great, okay. So Oksana.
That sounds like some...
Flap throat, baby. Oksana, as you are just overcome with absolute horniness, not thinking, you bite. Oksana, go ahead and make a bite attack roll. You do have a +7 to this.
8.
You rolled an @1?
No, I rolled an 8. I can't do math that fast, Philip.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I see why you like our new system where you don't add anything more than this one. Yeah, more than the D&D. Yeah, great. Okay, with a 15, Oksana, you bare your fangs and try to bite her, and it's like you're imagining that it's gonna be like not Dahlia, but it's gonna taste as good as Dahlia. Pick right or left.
Right.
Your right fang breaks.
Oh, no. Okay.
and there is this kind of, you sort of have this like grunt, and yet, because of where you are and as horror surges around you, the pain almost feels good. The pain almost feels great. And that wave of energy and sensation spreads through the space. And Oksana, you hear this as the frozen bodies. Oh, yeah. As they... Lulu and Ranchaz are kind of at the edge of the freezer. Scump, where you are out there, you also hear kind of these, like, these rigor mortis bodies on the ground, just... oh, yeah.
Scump looks up, takes it in, goes back to eating the lettuce.
Great. Perfect. I love it. So at this point, Oksana, I need you to roll initiative. The rest of you, do any of you have speed or movement among your skills already?
I've been meaning to add that, actually.
You've been meaning to add that. Well, actually, wait, Scump, I thought you did, because didn't we say you were really fast?
I think I was going to put it on superb, and then we ended up not rolling for it.
Do you want to put it on? If you guys want to put movement or speed down now, you may.
Yeah, I feel like that's in line
put it
with
under fair.
Jackalope.
Put it under fair? Okay. So, Oksana, what did you roll?
5 total.
5 total. Oksana.
I know.
Okay. Okay, well, that's cool. Scump, you are at superb speed?
Yes.
Okay. So Scump will be tops. You put it at fair. Are you putting it in anything Ranchaz, or you don't have to? If you don't think Ranchaz...
I put it in... movement, I put it on good.
Movement is good. Okay. So good for Ranchaz.
And that's... I'm assuming that's different than navigate. Navigate's more about
Navigate is more kind of the mental terrain tracking. Yeah. This is just like raw sort of speed and stuff. So it'll be Renshauser and Lulu. And God, I really ought to oh man. Hold on. I need to get my Alright. Got 3 systems going on, because for the monsters, I am rolling sexy dice. Okay. Rolling voluptuous dice here. Here we go. Oh, damn it. I wanted it to be a different thing, but that's fine. Okay, so, they're not going to beat you, Scump. So, Scump, although you have said that you look up and we're like, whatever. So basically, Scump, you see that maybe some things are beginning to, like, reform, reanimate. What are you going to do about it?
I gather up all the lettuce in my front paws, and then I hop out the window.
Understood. Scump, you've hopped out the window. Very good. Ranchauser. Actually, Ranchauser, you're only good. I'm going to say, at this point, Ranchauser, as you and Lulu are eating, 2 of these zombies who were on the floor kind of getting jiggy with it before they died, these bodies, they now sit up as zombies, as horny zombies. And they begin like moving toward you and Lulu. Just with like they're naked, their bodies are great, even though they're also like rotting, and they're just like you probably just have the sense that they're after you sort of almost as a replenishment before continuing on with their amorous exploits. They want to eat you, and if you're interested in hooking up with them, that can also be part of it, but they're eating you either way. In multiple senses.
So, okay, now, what did my movement have to do with that?
I was using that as your initiative. I was literally using that as the thing. Scump, I'm not even making run because Scump was at a window and just gathered stuff and could get out. That's not even a roll required. But Ranchauser, if you want to run away from them out the window, if you're like, we gotta get out of here, you could make a movement roll. If you wanted to, you could do a big bite on them, because bunyips, as you say under your stunts, you can use your mouths to attack. You might want to put attack under one of your skills. Or you can do your electric bolt, spend a fate point, and shoot electricity out of your tusks.
Can I add like attack as superb?
Absolutely.
And I want to
Call it bite.
okay, bite. Because I wanted to do the electric bolt. So would the electric bolt be superb or?
Oh, electric bolt is sort of part of your bite, I would say. But you have to spend a fate point to also do it, kind of a thing.
So he wants to do the electric bolt at the dude's wiener.
Understood. Okay, so go ahead and make your roll. You're going to roll 4 d6s, and you do have a +5 to this.
Oh. Well, so I got 1, 2, 2, 4, which is shite.
1, 2, 2, 4. Now, if you want to, so you have to spend 1 fate point to shoot the electricity. You could spend your other fate point to re-roll.
And I can re-roll as many as I want?
You could re-roll all of them.
Oh yeah, because 4 is nothing. That's right. I'm gonna re-roll, so I'm gonna use both fate points. And then there's also refresh. What does refresh mean?
Refresh is kind of it's you have a maximum of 2 fate points. Others have.
I see.
Yeah.
So I'll just put 0 now. I'm gonna do my re-roll and
Great.
Hail Mary this.
Hail Mary, baby.
Okay, that's a little better there. Okay, so it's 2, 3, 5, 6.
2, 3, 5, 6. That's much better. That's a +1. That gets you to a +6, which is a fantastic result. So you shoot, you kind of like bite at, but you don't even. And like as you're like moving your mouth down, the zombie does go like this, kind of just like reactively. Like it's not like you're actually biting it, but as he sees a mouth heading towards it, the zombie's like. I don't know if Lauren saw that, but
I did.
we did it. But as he does that, you then shoot electricity. The rest of you smell this like crack of ozone, followed by like just shredding, the shredding sound of like burning flesh, as this zombie has an expression of ecstasy, but is then like has been roasted and fried by Ranchauser. So one is down.
Nice.
The other zombie, however, is going to go between Ranchauser and Lulu. She is going to come for you, Ranchauser. She's seeing that is like, she's like reaching for your tusks. So, stroke lips. As an attack, how does stroke lips strike me? Stroke is controlled and precise. She has the strategic placement. It's specific, it's adaptable, it's precise and controlled. Lips is expressive and truthful. The throat, that's what she's going for. So, unfortunately for you, Ranchauser, she then grabs a hold of your tusks and starts to, it's like she's maybe trying to get a spark of her own as she's kind of like that on your tusks. But she's pulling pretty darn hard, and she seems to really know how to handle a sort of, like a long, hard object, just instinctively. So go ahead and click your 1 in physical stress.
Got it.
And we haven't actually done too much stress for you guys, but that's going to be a 1. Actually, wait, no. I said precise. Unclick 1, click 2 instead. That was it's given some harm to you for sure. Okay.
Can you click 1 and 2 for like?
Don't click 1 and 2 because the way it works is, if you ever need to, you can always spend a larger box on less stress. So like, if something does 2 stress to you, again, you've already clicked 2, so you'll have to spend your 3. Whereas if something you did 3, you'd have to click the 3 for it. So basically, it's kind of like once you've gotten those, even a smaller amount could hurt you because you don't have anywhere else for it to go. Okay. But she is now like pulling on those, and it's like it's hurting, and she's got her like zombie like fingers like up into your gums, and she's very sort of strong and very horny, and she's wondering why you're not giving, she's like, please master, give me a shock, why aren't you doing this, I'm mad, etc. Also, I want to eat you. And she probably is kind of like beginning to like gnaw on like your like to eat your face a little bit too. Cool. So that's them. Oh, and then Oksana. The one you tried to bite. There's 2 frosty ones coming for you, Oksana. Yes, you're muted.
Oksana is now a real vampire, right?
Yeah.
I don't think my sheet has been upgraded to reflect that.
Oh, that's true. You did get a little bit. Well, what are your stats? No, you got the same. You got the stats already. You're fine.
Okay, but
You're not a vamp. You're not a spawn though. That's true. You're now a full vampire.
vampires regenerate, right? At the beginning of each turn.
That's true. Vampires do regenerate at the beginning of each turn.
Do I get my fang back?
Your fang will take longer.
Okay, fair enough. Just wondering.
Yeah. And you have to have consumed humanoid blood in the last day, which you have not. You've been drinking. You don't right now. You've been drinking rats. So if
Fair
you can
enough.
drink one of these Frozones, that would be great. That would be great for you. But right now, you're not regenerating. You are, however, currently at 39 hit points.
Fair enough. I just
Okay.
wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, you should do it for good. Okay, so, Oksana, the first one is going... The woman, however, she is coming for you. She has rolled a suck lips. So she does, with frozen stuff having sensed your bite, her, like, frigid, like, animating body, she opens her mouth, and Suck is desperate, greedy, consuming wild. Suck is a good one for an attack. So basically, I am going to say she will hit you with an attack here, as she is trying to, like, she's going kind of crazy, and she is beginning to, like, suck on your face. She's, like, kissing you, but it's, like, freezing you because she's so frigid. And you've already been wounded there, so it's going to hurt. So, let's call it just you're going to lose 4 hit points from that attack. She sinks in and starts biting you. Probably should have been more than that. The other one, however, he is also going to attack you. He's going to bite thigh. And I think in this case, they're just going literally for the things I'm rolling on your bodies. That's how this
Sorry,
works.
did I start again at 39?
You started at 39, so now you're at 35.
Thank you.
Cool. With a thigh bite, yeah, bite is also aggressive intense. I'm going to roll a bigger die for that. And as he kind of gets on your thigh. And what he's doing is he's like biting in, and it's like you feel this horrible, like rough, cold thing. It's his tongue that he's trying to like lick on the inside of your thigh.
Oh, like a cat?
What?
Like a cat?
Basically.
Ew!
And he's trying to like chew your thigh as well. You're going to lose 9 more hit points from that. He was... Daddy's hungry. Okay, Lulu. So, Ranchhauser has fried one of these zombies, who's like falling back, and his sort of member is just kind of is looking sort of frazzled. But there are 2 frozen ones in with Oksana. You've kind of stepped out your thing. There's another one coming for Ranchhauser, she's now like pulling on his tusks and trying to like eat him.
Is there like some kind of like meat hook or something?
Make a luck roll. Yes, Lauren, what are you trying to ask?
Is the bite considered piercing?
A bite would be considered piercing, yeah, why?
I have resistance to it.
You do have resistance to both kinds of damage. Excellent. So that they are not magical, so yes. Oh, I should say it's cold damage, shouldn't I?
Fuck you, no!
We're gonna say it's cold damage and you took it all. Okay, cool. Listen, all you gotta do is eat one of them and you're gonna be fine. We'll regenerate, no problem. Let's raise the stakes. Wouldn't it be funny if Oksana dies here and never sees...
I would hate that. Continue. Oh, yeah. Go. I have to find out what happens.
Lulu.
Scum can offer you some lettuce if that'll make you feel better.
Philip, the very cool thing about that luck roll is I just rolled a 13.
Yay!
Oh,
all right,
baby.
so we advanced the thing. Go ahead and roll another 13 for me.
Let's get it.
11.
11. So sadly, we don't have a double horror surge. We don't have more sexy bodies. So Lulu, I'm gonna say with a 13, you do see a meat hook hanging in there, and you can grab the meat hook if you want to.
I want to grab the meat hook and then go right in front of go right in front, right down on top of this zombie's head and hook it. The one that's going for Ranchhauser and just throw it back.
Throw it back. I love this. Okay, so you can definitely do that. However, because it was a 13, I'm saying that the roll worked, but upon holding the meat hook, this meat hook is 2 things that are not useful. One, it's actually not sharp because it's used for other things. It's kind of a dulled tip. And
So it's bludgeoning instead of piercing.
It's bludgeoning and piercing, but 2, upon touching it, Lulu, you have never been a more aroused ogre than you are right now. You are touching something, and though you're reaching for this zombie to do it, Lulu is not necessarily going to be attracted to these humanoid zombies or anything around, but Lulu, your arousal is basically through the roof. You never touch something, but in your hand, you're like, oh, you could do all sorts of fun things with this, couldn't you? So you may go ahead and make your attack, but just know that you are in a heightened, aroused state. Lauren, why'd you have to roll a 4 to bring us back here?
I'm putting like attack or whatever, and I'll put that at great.
That makes sense. Cool. All right. Man, Lulu doesn't have many stats so far. I like it. All right, Lulu. You actually have fate dice, right?
What?
You have real fate dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a plus minus. That's a 5.
A 5.
So,
Great. So you've gone up from that with a 5, with a superb result. You certainly are able to hook this zombie off of Ranchhauser and kind of toss her across the room. But upon doing so, you kind of are overwhelmed with this feeling of, oh man. And in fact, you're so overwhelmed. Click 2 on your mental stress box.
All right.
Because you're like, I need to do something about this.
Yeah.
All right. Oksana, it is.
So I have like room to like move out of the freezer now.
Yeah, you can sort of move out, so you're going to leave Oksana in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
I was imagining you and Ranchos were kind of on the edge of it. Oksana. So now there are 2 frozen zombies, or not zombies, frozen sex things on you. One is on your mouth, and I will say, just so you're aware, you can run away from them. They'll sort of get the equivalent of an op attack if you don't want to fight them. If you run away from them, you're going to take some minimal damage from like skin getting pulled off on the cold. It's like the flagpole is licking you.
Oh, okay. So I'm in a freezer, right?
Yeah, you're in like a big walk-in freezer.
Are they still like solid though?
They're pretty darn solid, yeah.
Okay, so I have multi-attack.
You do?
Could one of my moves be to grab the arm, and the other to be to move the arm of, I guess, the woman? Whichever arm I could grab, could I grab it and rip her off and run to the door and slam the door closed to cut her arm off?
Oh, I love it. Okay, sure. So you want to sort of move her over. Okay, yeah. So, you can do a claws attack for that. So
Okay.
go ahead, and I'm gonna say that's like we're gonna be sort of.
Also, wait, is she grappled? No, right?
No one's grappled. No.
Okay, just making sure.
Honestly, if anyone's grappled, you're grappled. So we're gonna get to that. So first, make your physical attack to just kind of grab hold and sort of move, and
Okay.
since it's a strength based for you, we'll say
17. Do I add 8?
you do add 8. That's 25.
I don't know what that is. Thank you.
25 is definitely going to be enough for you to sort of pull away from that. I'm going to let the one on your leg, since you are pulling her, I'm going to let the one on your leg, he'll kind of get some kind of like op attack equivalent here. But he rolls blow lips, and blow is too subtle, graceful, and teasing for an attack, and your lips are too far from your thigh. So this is just some straight twister nonsense. So he can't get up to your lips to like subtly blow on them and harm you more that way. So you are able to get away from him. She is still sort of on your face, and you're kind of pulling her arm. I'm gonna roll sort of a general whatever for her as well as you're sort of pulling her. Ooh. Okay, here we go. She will roll bite ears. In this case, she's not doing harm. This isn't her turn, but we're just sort of saying kind of the stuff. Because bite is the direct whatever, and ears are kind of up. We're just using those as literal body parts. She manages, you've got her arm, but she has gotten her face, like you haven't been able to get her face off your face. So now currently in the door that you would slam, one, you're going to be pretty close to it, but also it would be both an arm and her head. So go ahead, Oksana, and make an athletics check to slam the door.
15
Plus 7?
plus
Yeah.
7.
Okay, so 22.
Yeah.
22, I'm going to say, will be enough. So you slam the freezer door. Her head is still like attached to your head. like frozen kind of onto it and on it, and like the sort of the neck, and you're now like so lustful for her, you just want to like turn her head upside down and suck the blood out of her kind of jagged, shattered neck. Her arm is also still, like, you're holding the arm, so like the head is holding itself onto you, you've got the arm, but you have used your movement to get that thing closed and slammed closed. Unfortunately, you can still feel the arm like giving you like dangerous but still somehow sexy little like, you know, like tickles, like frozen tickles, and she is moving her frozen tongue in and out of your ear. Blood from a Stone, everyone. This is the game we've been playing. This is 165 of this game. This is the vibe of this game. And we're all gonna miss it very much. Okay, that's Oksana's turn. Scump, you are up first. So Scump, are you sort of, you've gotten out. You've heard some shenanigans in there. But as for now, you're safe on the beach. What's your plan? Are you just moving away? Are you just running on?
I got a whole lot of lettuce to eat.
You're just eating lettuce.
Yeah.
Great. Scump's
Is there
turn.
anything dangerous around me?
Give me a listen.
I have an assess threat skill.
You literally have assess threat, don't you? Yeah, give me an assess threat.
Okay.
Oh man, if you roll good on assess threat, you're gonna get a lot of info.
That's 3 6s and a 3, so that's a 6.
That's a fantastic result. A +6 on the ladder. +6 on the ladder is very high. Scump, you're out there and you probably like hold a piece of lettuce up, and at first you're like, okay, this is dangerous because it's rotten, but then your one ear sticks up like this. And Scump, you can tell that whatever wave of that like ecstasy of pain that Oksana experienced that has awoken some of these things, you understand these things come in waves. There are 4 bodies on another little, not the one you were at, but there's kind of maybe like there's some beach chairs kind of out of the window where you were, where there were some corpses who had fallen dead. They seem to be in the process of getting up. They'll be coming after you guys next. And you can also tell that a little further down, there are some other things awakening from within the trees. You don't know what those are yet. So you can tell there are more waves of horror coming your way.
Are there any other exits around here besides the window, or?
Well, you've jumped out the window.
Yes.
So you're like on the beach where there's more
But
stuff
for them?
coming. For them, there is like the front door that you guys passed, and you also would just assume that were you to go in, I mean, you're sort of in like you kind of jumped into the window of like the breakfast area. You guys could go back deeper in the hotel. There's surely many doors and access points, but you can tell that there is one group with your superb stuff. You can tell the first wave is what was directly in there. The second wave are on some beach chairs nearby, and the third wave is in the trees.
So the safest place would be back into the mansion, probably.
Probably to go back into the resort. Yeah, would be a safe thing for you to do.
I'm gonna jump back in the window.
Okay.
And just with all my lettuce in my paws.
Yeah.
And be like, "Hey guys, I tried to eat lettuce out there, but then I realized there's a lot of bad guys coming from outside, so we might want to go deeper in." And then I'd like run and like just like past. I don't know. Like I would go to like one of the doors and try to open it. Or something.
Understood. Okay, you'll go through and sure, you can. You're just do a movement roll. You're real good at them, but just throw one on there. That's fine. We'll see how quick you get.
5, 4, 4, 2. So
5, 4, 4, 2. So that's flat, even.
Yeah.
So it's a 5. So still 5 is very good. So yeah, you managed to kind of just hop around and like. The one on the ground Branchhauser took out probably can't do anything. The one that Lulu threw, like, she's maybe kind of like half getting up and trying to crack her neck back into place, or maybe she's realizing that the way she's bent, she could actually get her mouth on somewhere she never was able to before, and she might see what that's like for a minute. But the point is you're sort of running through, you're able to avoid any danger from any of them. But you're telling them, like, you've warned them that there's more stuff outside.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm gonna start opening the door.
You're just kind of like trying to find some other place and hopping up and just bunny hopping.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool. Ranchhauser, you are next. So Lulu threw one over there. Oksana is now on the outside, but she has 2 like frozen things cut off on her. What do you want to do, Ranchhauser?
I think it's time we beat feet. And Ranchhauser goes to follow Scump.
Okay. Ranchhauser will just move to follow Scump. Okay. The other wave ones now get their turn. The one that is on the ground. I'm going to see if she can kind of get up or get into it. But I did say the funny joke about how her head's body's bent now. So let's see. She might... Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Well,
She wasn't undead.
What? No, I'm talking about the one that Lulu threw.
Oh.
The one that Lulu threw, like, bent funny. So the point is, she is at, she has rolled a suck nipple. So I'm just going to say that's what she's doing on her own. In the meantime, the one that is on Oksana.
She wasn't undead.
No, she was dead.
I know, but she's not
Well, she is now. Your horniness awoke them
trying
all.
to make a case for
I understand,
myself.
but you had horror surge, and the only way horror can surge here, there's two ways horror can surge here, and no one had enough. Wasn't
it's
ready.
surging, all right.
Yeah, so now it's surging in a different way. So she still has a mouth. So here's the thing: if she can somehow, oh no, she rolls a suck lips. So she is able to basically like bite along your face and start trying to like kiss you again some more. Go ahead and take, I'm rolling the d8 for her damage against you, but I've only rolled a 2, so take 2 more damage as she continues to sort of coldly just eat some of your lip. Oh, this is a cool episode. Meanwhile, our friend on the inside, he's going to try to get out by using strength to bash the doors down. Unfortunately, he rolls blow nipple, which is 2 of the most like light and like gentle things you could do, so he cannot get the door open. His arm might have broken off as he tried. Great. Lulu, it's your turn.
I'll just follow Scump and Ranchhauser.
Interesting. So Lulu, you follow Scump and Ranchhauser, but then as you're doing so, you look down and you see that one zombie is no longer worried about you. She's just going to town on herself since you broke her back. And you have you really want to do something similar, Lulu. So I'm going to need you to give me some kind of like resist, coercion, some self-control type roll.
I'll add that to a skill.
Self-control, Lulu.
Like resist, coercion / self-control.
Just self-control. Can't keep my hands to myself. I mean, I could, but why would I want to? That's a song remote.
Ooh, okay. That's plus 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 minus, so that's a total of 5.
A total of 5. Lulu, you really do want to, with a sexy hook in hand.
Okay, wait. Are the zombie's arms still moving?
Oh yeah, I mean she's.
Can I just like rip off one of the like forearms in the hand and take it with me for later?
Her arms?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Go ahead and do an attack roll. So just kind of yank it off.
4. So, great.
She's distracted with other things. Yeah, you could.
I just like as I take it off and I keep going, it's still moving.
Oh yeah.
Great, cool. Holding on to that for later.
This is getting grim. All right, that's Lulu's turn. Oksana. So they have all now run away down some hallways, trying to avoid the sexy monsters following. Oksana, you have some parts that you seemed to have maybe wanted because you really could drink them once they warm up, but they are on you. So are you going to simply run with them and like hold these things on you? Or are you going to try to destroy the head and the arm that you have? What's your plan?
And I have multi-attack, right? So I can do 2 things.
You can do 2 attacks.
Does running count as
No, running is something you can do. Running, you have your movement independence. So you're going to run no matter what.
Okay. So would taking each one away from me count as...
You would need to do 2 separate attacks to like throw each one off of you, yes.
I don't want to throw them.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'll throw the head
Okay.
very hard
Okay.
against the wall.
Go ahead and make you can use your claw attack. It's, your strength plus proficiency. That's fine.
Plus 8. Okay. That's only a 5.
So it gets you to a 13?
Not natural, yes.
I'm fully aware.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yes, with a 13, it is only a head. I'll tell you what. It's a 13, but to be a dick about it, she will hit you for 1 more point of damage. As you kind of pull her off, but you are able to toss her to the side. We'll say, just for the fun of it, she lands right on the electrocuted fellows.
Nice.
You know, so they'll have a good time there. That's fine. They continue.
Okay.
But Oksana,
Yep.
the arm is also on you, so are you going to use an attack to try to grapple the arm away?
Yes.
Okay. Make another one.
Okay.
And we're using the old rules for this. We're not using the new rules where they're resisting your...
That is a 15.
Okay.
Plus 8.
23. So yeah, you're able to rip the one off that hurt. The arm, you can just kind of keep it bay. The arm is kind of like... The arm is just making very sexual gestures. Just like wanting to pet you, but you've got the arm, held to the side. Okay, great. That's Oksana's turn. So Scump, you have led them to a door. You have opened a door. There is a hallway before you. If you'd like to make a navigate roll, if that's a skill you want to add, you can do a navigation of some kind. Otherwise, you can just roll it flat and kind of lead them wherever you find.
I'll put navigate under fair.
Yeah, there you go. Fair trade navigation, baby.
That is I believe, flat roll. Yeah, that is 0.
A 0, so you have a +2. You do a fair job of kind of finding your way. The hallway that you've entered is now kind of like a hallway leading towards various rooms. You see a bank of elevators. There are bodies on the ground, and though they are much more slowly beginning to awaken, but the real horror surge was threats you'd already addressed. So you feel confident that if everyone just keeps moving, you can kind of move through, and you do see in the distance there is a set of glass doors leading to what is like some sort of larger exterior, exit to the place. Maybe like the main front doors.
Going for that.
Head there, I love it. All right, so go ahead and do a movement roll. Let's just see how quickly you can kind of get there before any...
It's a 7.
A 7. Well, okay, 7 in this system is epic. So Scump effectively teleports to the other doors and is like, "This way, everybody."
Awesome.
Great. Ranchauser. If you're gonna follow Scump, simply give me a movement roll. If you want to do anything else, let me know.
No, following.
Okay.
5, 4, 2, 2.
That'll be a -1 net. A net negative.
Yeah, but I have a +3.
So you have a -2. So so basically, Scump runs so well. You're kind of like, you probably slip on some lube that was on the floor from way earlier, and it's just weird. So your point is, you get over there. Next up, the things on Oksana. There's a very, very low chance that this arm can do anything based on how it's grappled. The arm will effectively, the only way the arm can do it is it will have to roll a stroke or squeeze. It has to roll one of the hand-based ones. It has to roll stroke or squeeze, and it has to do it to like it would have to go for an upper thing.
Okay, go.
I cannot believe it. I've rolled stroke ears.
I fucking hate you.
So it manages to get to your ears, and it is trying to pull some ear off of you. But a stroke is going to be a low one, so I'm only rolling a d4, rolling this fancy d4. And I have rolled max, so it's 4 more points.
You know what? I'm quitting this game on Halloween.
Fair enough. That's true.
After it's over, I'm quitting.
Understood. All right. So that it managed. You held it real far, and then it bent itself backwards, and it just one finger went in your ear, and you can almost. And it's wet and icy, and it's tapping out a message of she's tapping out a message in Morse code. Do you think Oksana speaks Morse code? She's Soviet.
Yeah.
Make a luck roll.
I was gonna say. I don't want to. 10. Not bad.
Then you do speak Morse code. And what she's tapping out in das and dits, tapping on your earlobe, is squeal for mommy. Great. Oh, but you know what? I should have rolled this earlier. Blow is real. Okay, so they'll be at the back. Wave 2 will be behind Oksana. That's fine, and they're far away. They don't matter. Okay, Lulu, give me a move roll.
We need Jesus.
That is a total of 1.
A total of 1. Lulu, you're moving a little bit slowly. I'm going to say that it is probably because you're getting distracted by the bodies that were in various positions, and you're just like, ooh, and this hand that's moving, and the hand is moving in very...
I'm really considering what I'm going to be doing with this hand that's moving later.
Understood. There you go. So the moving hand, you're really considering that. You've got the hook in one hand and the hand in the other hand, and you're just like, you're going to have some fun later. Good times for Lulu. Oksana, can you give me a movement roll? Which in this case, actually, for you is just, oh, well, okay, Oksana, I take it back. If you wanted to, you could throw that, you could try to get rid of the thing.
Oh, okay.
If you're cool to not keep carrying it.
I am. We'll
Okay.
keep continuing to carry it.
You're continuing to carry it. Okay, cool. Then, actually, no roll is required for you to pull it aside. Just give me an athletics roll to kind of keep up with them and run.
19, baby.
Okay. So what does that get you to total?
I can't do math. 7. Oh, 26.
26, cool. Okay, so basically,
I'm so
Oksana, so basically what happens here is Scump runs fast, Oksana gets a finger in the ear, but also runs fast. Ranchhauser and Lulu's kind of going even slower, Ranchhauser's going slow, but at the end of this, you're all sort of at those doors. In the far distance behind you, Scump, with your ears, you can hear, like, from, like, the room that you've already left, the door you ran through, like, in the back room, you can feel those zombies who were out in the sunning chairs, that they're beginning to, like, come through, like, looking for the party, you know, wondering where the hot pain is. So you've made it to... You can tell that they're, like, far behind you. They're even far behind Lulu and Ranchhauser, who are real far, but they're, like, nowhere near you. Okay. At this point, I'm going to, I'm not going to pause initiative. We'll stay in it. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so Scump, what are you going to do? You're at the door. You're at the glass doors. You see beyond that there's a long sort of path. It does, however, lead to the sort of jungly forest, rainforest area. And there is like a road that goes through that. Kind of like it's the road that people would actually come up in cars when they first get dropped off to come to the resort. So you can tell that is like a easy to navigate path out of here, but you do know that there were some things in this forest that were also awakening.
They would be heading toward the house, thinking that we're in there, right?
With your assessed threat having been, I think you had a superb on your assessed threat, right?
I think it was... I don't remember.
That the highest roll you did was your assessed threat, right? You got to a 7 on that?
I thought it was epic.
It was epic.
It was epic.
Okay.
Or no, wasn't epic the movement one?
No, epic was the movement, you're
It
right.
was fantastic.
Okay.
Okay. With a fantastic result, Scump, you think that those were awakening slower and they're going to be drawn to you. So
we should go anyways.
Yeah, you will still go, but just like you know they'll be coming for you.
Yeah.
So.
Scump's gonna start opening the door and say, I'm pretty sure there are guys out there that are gonna come after us, so keep running. And just like opens the door and
Understood. Opens the door and you run, so give me another movement.
Okay.
Basically, you've warned the others. I like it.
That is a 6.
A 6, okay. With a 6, holy smoke, Scump is fast. So at this point, everyone give me a movement roll. We won't. This round is just you guys trying to sort of move and catch up, and Scump is going to be way ahead of all of you, I think, but that's Scump's business. 3. Okay, Lulu, you're kind of doing, you're focusing on
Locking it in a little bit.
5. Cool. Ranchhauser, you also catch up. Oksana, give me an athletics. Unless, yeah.
It was 9, so 16.
16. I'll also say, Oksana, that you can kind of use like both of your, if you're holding it by 2 hands, it can't really, if you're running with a hand like this, you've got it.
If it's been trying to molest my ear, she's definitely like, no.
Yeah, you kind of, the last time you couldn't use it just running, but now you're like, okay, get it, so you got it. So you run And with a 16, you're now kind of like, you were up in the close. At this point, with Lulu is still in the back, but Ranchhauser and Oksana, they're kind of this Lulu's little head. Scump is far ahead. And there are some creatures coming for you, but they're further back. However, as Scump has warned you, there are more here in these dangerous woods. So, I'm gonna roll for them. Okay. At this point, Scump, you have put some distance. If you look back, the others are a good distance behind you. Ranchhauser and Oksana have kind of caught up a little bit. Lulu is trailing them, but not by a crazy amount. But you're now, like, you've run down this road. Your hearing won't do you too much good here, but if you'd like to do, like, a look or a navigate, you could try that sort of thing. Or you could simply, just keep running blindly.
I want to be staying in front of the group and, like, keeping an eye out for, like, basically scouting for the rest of them.
You can do your assess threat then. That's your sort of general purpose for that. That's fine. Yeah. Your speed is such that you can keep your lead without having to roll for it again.
That is flat, so 3.
A 3. Assess threat of 3. Okay, so you definitely feel that the danger behind you, you're even Lulu's outrunning that. But you definitely have a sense that there is something in the woods here. You think it will be coming from the left, but you're not sure if it will be like you, and you doubt it will be in front of you, but you think it'll maybe either come like straight out of the woods from the left, or that you can hear some distant stuff, but between the clamor of them behind you and just kind of the craziness of moving, you don't have a perfect sense of where you are. You have, if I had to put it in terms, I'd say it's good, since that's what a +3 is. You have a good sense that something's coming, but you don't know exactly where yet.
Okay.
Ranchhauser, is you've kind of now caught up to where Scump is. Scump is going a little closer, and kind of Scump is maybe pointing out where stuff's coming from.
I'll tell Ranchhauser about the threat.
What would you like to do, Ranchhauser? You're muted.
Doing great. I'm just gonna follow Scump's lead.
Okay. No roll was required. You can kind of just get to where Scump is and just kind of...
Scump is still eating the lettuce, by the way.
Perfect. Okay. Lulu.
I'm also just trying to get out of here, so I'll follow them.
I think, Lulu, I will need one more movement from you to just kind of keep up, kind of they're further. They've slowed their run, so if you keep it a good
4.
4? Yeah. At this point, Lulu comes bounding up kind of with the rest of you. Oksana. What do you want to do? You're there already.
Can I snap the hand off? And throw it?
Make an athletics check.
10. So 17.
17. Yeah, you snap the hand off, and there's a little more give than there was. The hand, in the inside of the hand, you can see wet blood. It's cold. It's like blood granita. It's still cold, but it's like it's there.
Could I attack bite it?
Yeah, do a bite on it.
Wait, is there also blood in the arm?
There is blood in the arm, but the hand is just there, perfect. Do the hand, because you're going to throw it away.
Okay, fine.
Do the hand.
So, bite?
Yeah.
Ooh, 12 plus 7, 19.
Alright, so Oksana, you see Oksana sink, and with a 19, does, even with the broken fang, does manage to pierce in, and Oksana, you start making this kind of like wet, slurping, it's like you're eating like an orchard.
Sloppy toppy.
Just like this sloppy toppy? Is that what you just said? Alright, well, so as Oksana just...
Sloppy handy.
Yeah, your sloppy hand is really what it is. Oksana just starts, like, sucking out the back of this hand. The fingers on the hand begin to, like, throb in absolute ecstasy of just, like, bending themselves and, like, kind of, like, going like this, but just kind of just so excited. Like, just having such... The fingers are in ecstasy as you suck them out. Roll a...
Suck them dry.
You're just...
Wow.
You're
need Jesus on this channel.
You're eating out the back of the hand. All right. Roll roll 2d6. That's all that matters.
Oh god.
There really wouldn't be this much in there, actually.
2d6.
I take it back. Roll. Yeah, do roll 2d6, but I'm gonna have them be d2s. It'll be fine.
A 5 and a 1.
5 and a 1. Okay. You regain 3 humanoid hit points of humanoid blood.
Oh, nice.
And now you're gonna start regenerating because you've done it. But you need to probably finish off this arm for that to like really take effect. But now that the hand is gone, as the hand finally like
It starts cramping.
cramps and just like falls in ecstasy on the ground, totally expended, the hand having blown its bloody load, you now
Wow.
have the arm, and you've caught up with the rest. So while they were doing this, unfortunately, Lulu, as she was sucking the hand out, the sound of that was so erotic and delectable to you. Lulu, I need you. God, I love having players who I can just demand stuff like this on. Give me a resist coercion self-control, or otherwise tell me what you're doing about it.
That's a 5 on the roll.
Wow. Okay, so Lulu, you're oh my god, and you can see the fingers on the arm you're carrying are starting to do sympathetic, like, oh my god, I want to make those gestures, and it's just wild. But you manage to keep control. Lulu is a very good... Lulu's a girl?
Yeah.
Lulu, she's a very...
Time and a place for everything.
Lulu can keep it together. Lulu knows later on Lulu's going to be sitting on that hand, but for now, Lulu's okay. All right, so anyway, you guys get there.
You don't want to know where that dull meat hook's going.
However, we can all make some guesses. It is at this time,
I'd be wrong though.
however, that you guys have gotten to this place, and now you hear some voices coming from the trees. Oh no, are we dead or something? That's so lame, but I hear something so interesting sounding over here. Maybe we should go look at what it is, huh? Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea, baby. Let's see what we can see. Hold on, let me just pop my jaw back into my mouth. There we go. Yeah, oh, you actually look good, baby. You look good too like this, but maybe we can look better. Oh yeah, and emerging from the trees are 5, they're the hottest zombies you've ever seen. They're hot in a way that implies that the sort of like rotting that they had experienced is almost being like reversed in this kind of like siren-like. They basically look like sexy people dressed up as zombies. They don't look like the actual dead who were fucking in the other.
Yeah, they're like, their cheeks are like hollowed.
Exactly.
And like,
yeah, it's like they're very, very contoured.
yeah.
So it is at this point that one of these figures steps out, and it's very interesting because it means nothing to any of you, I don't think. Whatever, the point is one of these bodies is looking super sexy and hot, but as he's sort of stepping out, he's kind of like, he's dressed in, he's like, everyone else is dressed in like beachwear, but he's dressed in more kind of like the sexiest version of like an English professor type, and he's got these like big bottles on his bag, and he's going,
Yep.
Oh yes, I think it would be a wonderful thing to investigate some new meat. Oh my, how beautiful. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, I can't wait to get my eyes on this. For viewers watching this, like, it would be sort of, this is Rawlings' original body that got turned into a siren. So the point is, They're coming to eat you guys. Or what's the they're coming to fuck. They're coming to eat you. They're coming for you, Barbara. They're coming to eat you, Barbara. That's from Night of the Living Dead. But we'll just say they're coming to fuck you, Barbara. Okay, so anywho, point is, sexy sirens are coming out, and they are quite enchanting. Though dead, they've still got it. Yes, Oksana.
Oksana only has eyes for Dahlia, so unless she's under some kind of influence, she doesn't find them attractive.
We'll get to the influence you're under once their turn is here and they can use it, but their turn is here now. So there are 5 of them, so each of you is going to be enchanted by a siren. So Oksana will go for you first. Okay. I'm rolling this.
I feel like it should be a disadvantage.
There's no disadvantage. It has to do. But okay, tell you what, Oksana, give me a turn off. You can say any of the actions or zones. Give me one turn off.
I forget what they are.
Bite, blow, kiss, squeeze, stroke, suck, buns, ears, lips, navel, nipple, thigh.
Oh,
and it's suck buns is 13, right?
Yeah.
If I roll a suck buns, I'm counting it on this clock. Sorry.
No, kiss
lips. Yeah.
Kiss lips.
She's very standard.
So kiss lips are her turn offs?
She would only want Dahlia to do that.
Understood. Okay.
A kiss is very personal to her. The other stuff she's done at the masquerade.
I have rolled kiss navel, which means you are not affected by them. Okay. Ranchhauser, actually the rest of you, I'm not gonna roll. We're not gonna give you turn-offs. I'm just gonna based on how sort of we're just gonna decide if you think your character's turned on by what we've said. Just try to be honest about it. Here we go. Ranchhauser. Suck thigh. Does a sexy figure, sexy zombie coming out. Suck thigh is giving you. It's like giving you this like, oh, let's consume each other. Let's be wild. Let's just suck the life out of each other. And thigh tends to be energetic, creative, pleasurable, pleasing, surging feelings. The sacral chakra. Do you think that is something Ranchhauser would that appeal to Ranchhauser or not so much?
2 things.
Yeah.
Ranchhauser is not attracted to humans.
Sure.
2, if anything touches his thigh, he's gonna start to shake his back leg like a dog.
Understood.
And kind of like he kind of hates it, but kind of.
Honestly, that makes sense. The only thing that I think would have drawn Ranchhauser in was a bite, because Ranchhauser has those so if that's kind of the vibe. Okay. So Ranchhauser, you also are not scump. If you'd like to call out something that would be a turn on or a turn off of the options, you may.
Are they made of lettuce?
None of them are made of lettuce.
Well, then I don't know how much they can do for.
Some of them, but some of them may have parts that resemble lettuce. So, depending on how it's folded. So the point is, Scump, do you think do you think anything on here is something that Scump would be specifically turned off by? Or, yeah, do you want to give me a turn off of anything I've said? Bite, blow, kiss, squeeze, stroke, suck, buns, ears, lips, navel, nipple, thigh.
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll just roll it and we'll just see what seems to happen. If they roll in ears, you're going to be into it. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I just rolled blow ears. Blow, for the record, is the gentle, subtle, teasing, and graceful. So one of
Scump's into that.
Scump is blow. Scump is so turned on. I'm gonna say Rawlings is not going after you. So the rest of you are just getting a various siren is coming for you. This siren who's coming for Scump. She's just like, what big ears you have? Oh, I bet you've never had anyone scratch and bite and blow into your ears the way I can. Want to see how I do it? Sorry, Jeremy. Once again, you and I are having a weird sex thing in one of these games.
Oh, I'm used to it by now.
Yeah. Okay. Lulu.
I think I think blowing would not do it, and I'll tell you why.
Please.
Not enough. Right now, if like Lulu is like Lulu, it would just make Lulu angry.
I will even say that blowing and stroking are probably
Right, yeah, it's like
okay. We're gonna say
it's not
blow.
enough.
We're gonna say if so a suck or a bite, we'll probably say that is a thing for you. Maybe even a squeeze.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
a blow or a stroke, or a
Yeah.
kiss, a blow, stroke, or kiss. Yours is
Yeah.
the other one is irrelevant. Like I'll roll
Yeah.
I'll roll the zone. It's ears, whatever, win, lose, or draw. It has to do with how hard they do it. Kiss the ears doesn't do it for you, Lulu.
I mean, like, you give me nothing or give me everything.
Exactly.
Is the vibe.
Lulu's got a hand that she'd rather work with.
Yeah.
Okay. So only Scump is ensorcelled.
They got to his ears.
So that means as the rest of them are kind of like moving towards you, none of the rest of you have been sort of charmed by them. But Scump, it is your turn. Actually, you don't sort of really get a turn because you're so drawn to this. I suppose if you thought Scump would be in any way suspicious of this, you could make a resist, a self-control roll if you wanted to add it. But if you think Scump would not be
I
suspicious,
think, well, because Scump was aware that things would be coming out of
that's
us.
true. You were the source of the assessed thought. So give me you can put it into something if you want to. But because they have already tricked you, you're going to need a pretty high result.
I feel like Scump would have poor self-control.
I think
so.
Yeah, you don't have.
Like-
you don't even have to put it into the -1 if you don't want to. But you're welcome. If you for
That-
fun you can.
That is really funny. I'm gonna
Then put
do
it.
that.
Then do it. That's fine.
Okay. Reroll.
Voluptua. We can't escape Voluptua.
Oh, that's a +1. So
A +1
It's a 0.
overall.
yeah, no, it's a +1 -1.
So flat.
Yeah.
Scump, yes, you don't basically. Well, the rest of you are kind of like, something's wrong with these sexy zombies. I mean, sure, they're sexy, but we got to get out of here. Scump, meanwhile, is like, this is some full. I mean, it's 100%. We're gonna say that your sexy zombie is a super statuesque redhead. This is some full-on Roger Rabbit stuff. This is a sexy Jessica Rabbit woman coming for Scump, about to just do who knows what to his ears. She wants you to listen inside of her. Okay, anyway, so as this is going on, the rest of you, though, are like, this is gonna be bad. So Scump is, like, not moving. Scump is, like, moving towards her in a, like the antlers, and she's, like, looking at those antlers like, oh, it's a girl loves something to hold on to. Gotta have some handles. So, Ranchhauser, you can tell that these are a serious threat. You can also tell that Scump has been ensorcelled. What would you like to do?
So can you describe the physicality, like placement?
Absolutely. Basically, you guys were running quickly on a path, and the beauty of these things kind of stopped you all in your tracks as they all kind of attempted to ensnare you. You, Oksana, and Lulu were all like, no, but Scump is like, yeah, touch my ears. Yeah, that's right. There's also there's 5 of these things total. There's the sexy professor guy is in the back with his big bottles of presumably lubricant. So basically, if you wanted to, you guys could just run down the road and hope to outrun them. Otherwise, you have to fight them. They seem pretty substantially, they seem like they might be scary fighters.
Ranchhauser, and is Scump grappled by anybody, or just kind
Not
of like
grappled? Just Scump is like, oh yeah. So Scump is not physically held. Scump is emotion. Are you asking if you could pick Scump up?
Ranchhauser's gonna pick Scump up and just run.
Okay. So Ranchhauser.
No, but my ears.
If you're gonna pick up Scump, well, here's the thing. Scump does have the handles in question. Go ahead and give me. I need you to make a just kind of no, Scump is tiny. You're a person. Yeah, you can pick Scump up. That's fine. So just give me a movement roll. The problem is Scump will maybe be able to hop out of your arms if he so chooses.
So I have -1 + 3, so I have a 2.
2, and then your movement is a 3. Oh, sorry, your rolls.
That was that. I add
okay,
that.
so
Yeah,
you
I
got to a
added
2. Okay, so you're at a good, or a fair result. So you're moving sort of quickly. It's probably because you're trying to carry Scump, and the one who's pulling Scump away is like, oh, Ranchhauser, because you've gotten a 2, the one who is near you is going to get sort of the equivalent of an op attack. This is going to be very much the zone die is going to represent the area. The other one's going to represent sort of the effectiveness of their sort of grab. I've got to squeeze ears. So Ranchhauser, I will say that as you move, this siren who is trying to put the moves on you, as you move away, kind of like reaches for you and does manage to like get a little damage to you, but it will be less than sort of the other one you did. However, you are going to have to click your 1 box, your 1 physical stress. So this means that if you take 1 more point, if you ever take a little bit of physical stress, you have to click the 3 because you're out of 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. So that's the idea. It's like a bunch of little ones can wind up sort of, doing it. Or 1 big thing means you can't take 1 more little thing. That's kind of how the damage works in this system. All right, but you do manage to get away with Scumpy. Lulu, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just angry. I'm gonna try and leave.
Make a movement. Move on away. For this system, what I'm doing with op attacks is that if you roll a high enough movement, they don't even like make their op attack. But if you're sort of more fair to moderate,
that is a absolutely flat roll. So I will have a 2 to movement. Yeah,
a fair. Okay, so they are going to get sort of a attempt to get their claws on you here, and that is unfortunately a bite lip. So they are going to do some damage to you, Ranchhauser.
I did my math wrong.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 3, 3, 4, 5, but for some reason I thought 3s were negative. But
oh yeah, 3s. Okay, so that's a +1 to it. So that got you to a what?
That got me to a 4.
A 4. Unclick the box you clicked.
Sick.
You make it away. Unfortunately for you, Lulo, go ahead and click the 1 box of physical stress.
Got it.
As they kind of tapped you on your way. Great. Okay. That's them going. Oh no, so Oksana's left. That's not great. The one who has Scump in her sort of mental chokehold is going to say, like, no, come back, baby. Why are you running away? Don't you want to feel so good? Scump.
Yeah.
I need you, because Ranchhauser's holding you. I need the 2 of you to do an opposed, kind of like grappling type thing. So if you have... Basically, this is if you have physical strength or whatever. This isn't movement for you, Scump. This is sort of fighting.
Scump wouldn't be any good at this.
You don't want to add it to it. Gonna do a flat roll, no bonus, no anything. Ranchhauser, if you want to add, let me see what you have. Yeah, Ranchhauser, none of yours would really apply here. So you could either add a fair in, like grappling, or you could just roll
flat 0.
You have a flat 0. So Zane, you've got to beat a flat 0 to keep Scump in your hands. But if you want to, you could have it be in fair if you wanted to. Otherwise, you just make the roll flat.
So I got 6, 6, 1, 4. So I'm doing okay.
That's a +1. So I'm going to say that neither of you who are particularly grapply, Scump tries to jump away, but maybe because of the antler, you are able to get a hand on and kind of hold him back.
No, I do want you to do something to me. No.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, bud.
The other ones, will start like moving after you guys, but you're sort of like, they're kind of like still going. But the one who's with Oksana is gonna say, well, it's a handsome hunk is coming for you, Oksana. And he's like, what, you're not into me, baby? Well, in that case, maybe I should just, like eat your body in like a not sexy way, but because I'm hungry, but maybe it'll get sexy as it happens. I'm open to new experiences. Hope you are too, sweetheart.
Is he like running beside her because she's booking it?
Well, because we're in initiative, you guys all paused when they came out. You all stopped, so everyone's running. We're in initiative order, so basically it is like you're about to run, but he's getting to go first. Is the idea? So okay. He's basically gonna try to like grab hold and attack you. So we're just gonna see how that goes based on what he rolls.
I don't know what that means. Tell me the number.
Below nipple, way too gentle, way too sweet. You're able to move back. Okay. So
she will say, I'm not interested.
So the others are moving. You're move after it. Rawlings is going to. Rawlings also rolls blow nipple. So Rawlings is literally just going to be blowing on his own nip. He just like rips his shirt open and starts blowing on his own nipples. As he's like, oh, the breeze is so nice. I can't wait to watch this sexy time. Oh yes, run after them. Oh, how interesting this is. Oh, I love fucking all the time. Yeah. Oksana, it is now your turn. So this guy's kind of in your stuff that you're able to kind of book away. So if you just want to run, make an athletics roll to run away. If you want to, you could attack him.
No, I'm gonna.
You're a D&D person, so you're able to both move and attack if you want. But if you're gonna just like you're gonna sprint, make an athletics.
Oh wait, I can attack.
Sure.
I'll claw and run.
Okay, cool. Make your attack roll.
Okay, that's a 7 plus 8.
So 15. I'll say you certainly hit him and kind of. He's like, oh, Kitty likes to scratch. Sweet. Okay. Oh wow, that was kind of superhuman, and you've cut open my dead flesh. Oh, you're a vampire. That's so hot. I got something you can suck if you want to. It's my penis is what I'm talking about.
Oh, do I get on running? Do I get a thing, a bonus?
You don't have to. If you're just sprinting all out, you would make a roll. Otherwise, you're just using your movement to run away.
Yeah.
When the
he
zombie
will try to do. What's that?
Sorry. When the zombie clarifies about his penis, you hear Scump go, "Oh."
What could he have? She could suck. A Capri Sun? Okay, Oksana, he is gonna get an op attack on you because you're getting into the D&D rules. That is a stroke ears, too gentle for attacks. Stroking ain't doing it. So he's reaching like, oh baby, oh yeah, oh, it hurts when I put my finger into the wound you just gave me, but kind of in a cool way. Let's do some stuff. So basically, you guys are running, they're kind of coming for you. I'm just gonna sort of break the initiative out into you versus them. All of you, except for Scump. Actually, Scump, you'll have a different one. Ranchhauser, Oksana, and Lulu, give me another movement. Oksana, you have an athletics, as you guys just try to sprint your way free.
Wait, I do have what?
You're going to just make an athletics roll. You don't have movement, so yours is athletics. Lulu's got it. Look at Lulu.
So 19 total.
19, 4, 5. So you guys are booking it out of there. Scump and Ranchhauser, another opposed roll for Scump to try to leap free to Pleasure Town.
Opposed roll, so I rolled as well.
You both roll 4d6, and since neither of you have skills in actual like grappling, it's just a flat. It's the equivalent of you both having a kind of a mediocre in both. Scump's got a 1. Ranchhauser, you got to beat a 1. Actually, you need to beat a 1. Tie goes to status quo.
I have and so flat roll, so nothing, no skills,
Yeah, you
right?
don't have a modifier. It's just the 4 dice.
That's a -1.
Scump jumps. Scump jump. Scump jumps.
My love!
Free.
Scump jumps into the cump.
Scump jumps into the cump lump. And as Scump jumps out of your arms, Ranchhauser, you're like, no. I'm sorry, Scump. But you do rush back, and the rest of them do make it out. Actually, Ranchhauser, yeah, it'll take another thing. So basically, the one who's like, she's like, oh, my little sexy bunny, come here.
Do I get any more like self-control rolls or?
Sure, make a self-control roll. Let's do one last one. You have a -1 on it, so that's fun. Let's just do a Hail Mary -1. Your maximum here is good, but if you have a good, my God, you deserve it.
Oh shit. That's 4, 3, 6, 5. So that's
It's +2.
+2 -1. So
it's
it's 1.
a +1. So that's an incredible result for someone with poor self-control.
But not good enough.
But not good enough to break her siren song. So basically, you do jump out, and so Scump has this horrible moment of like, this is a bad idea. But by then, she's on you, and she's rubbing your things, and she's beginning to suck the soul out of Scump.
It's bad for good.
Reference to the other stuff. Great, so as she sucks out of Scumpy, just a mouthful of Scump. At this point, the rest of you are running. You've run pretty well. You've gotten ahead. I'm going to do one last roll for the other ones who are running for you, but I'm just going to do one group one for them. And they really need to roll, I think, if they roll a thigh, that means they're pumping their thighs well, so that will be good. Or a navel, because that's also like used in the running. So thigh or navel are good for them, and then bite or like stroke would be good for them. Kind of the more that kind of aggression, whether as the thing or the other. Nope. Oh, it's suck buns though.
Oh.
Oh no.
I said I was doing it here because I just want to.
Wait, suck buns is the 13th?
It's the 13th option, so it's just.
I will say though, in the final 13, I think you should have. I think your rolls should count, Philip.
Well, they are now, so thank you. Yep, appreciate it. Wonderful, wonderful. Wait a minute, who else did one tonight? Dan, you had one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're at 3. This is great. All right.
Burns, no, I did.
Philip. Okay,
What
but
did we
now I
have
get to
last
roll
week?
the D13 and see if we horror surge again.
They're not 8 last week? 8 or 9?
We had a total of 8 last week.
8, yeah.
All right, I'm rolling this baby. It's a 10, so no horror surge further, but the storms are coming up. So basically, as Scump rushes back and is going to get consumed, the rest of you run, and the sirens are just like, too far. Ranchhauser, give me a navigate. You're pretty good at those.
Oh. 5221 plus 3. Okay, wait.
5, 2, 2, 1. Oof. Okay, so that's a -2.
And I have plus 3 on
So
navigate.
a +1. So basically, so we'll say it kind of does take you a little while. I'm going to give them one more chance to catch up and cause some trouble. It's kiss ears. They're fucking each other. It's at this point, who cares? So, Ranchhauser, you do manage to lead them through this, and you find some mist. And Otsona was saying you want more mist. We'll also say that whatever other team of monsters you had, they've been moving through the forest, and they're kind of catching up. Like, oh, here's the thing, blah blah. So at this point, Oksana, Ranchhauser has led you to, you can see the mist, and you can see where they're sort of parting. Not that strange, like, cut passage that you saw back there those people went through, but now you do see a passage to terrain that looks different. Ranchhauser has found a thing. Ranchhauser, you can speak to it if you wish, or you can just kind of be pointing it out.
I think I see a clearing in the mist over there. But poor little bugger back there, scum. Little fuck. It's too horny. I knew it. It's that lettuce.
Sometimes you must forget the horniest ones. Let us go.
It's a weird thing to say, but I agree.
Wait, did Oksana meet Bruce Pumper?
I think you did. Was that Oksana? Yeah, I think that was Oksana.
One day I will tell you the tale of Bruce Pumper.
Hold on, I actually can.
It is a cautionary tale.
Gentlemen. Sounds like a real great bloke.
We're still.
Oksana, yeah, you met Bruce Pumper.
Yeah,
I thought so. Yeah.
in the dorms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the doors were there to make some films.
Yep.
Dahlia, and Oksana was like, I don't think you should do this.
Yeah.
He was a producer.
Yeah, he was producer.
Yeah.
Is this your fantasy? So, as you guys make it to the mist, Oksana, you do have a sense that you are leading them. Sort of, you think you're closer now. So, as you are sad that Scump is gone, the rest of you do escape. Scump has been.
Oksana is not sad. It is sacrifice.
Well, Scump is gonna get the life fucked out of him, so we might live. Got it. So as you guys escape through the mist, I'm gonna leave this all to you. There is one last scene that I could potentially use one of your help with. So if you guys are cool to do one more vignette, a brief thing we could, or we can simply call it here. I will sort of let the players decide that.
I'm game. I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah.
I'll go get snacks.
Cool. Understood. Then, yeah, we're gonna just do one quick final vignette. In the meantime, Dracula, fresh off his tremendous victory, steps out of the mist onto the top of a castle turret and says, "Good evening, Dread Lady. Medina, if you could please be Medina for a moment."
Oh my god. Dracula.
How go things here in the lakes of despair?
Oh, you know. Dreadfully, I guess. I don't know.
Medina, you have been given tremendous power and a horrible curse by this place, but, my dear, he sort of puts a hand on your face. Do not fret. I am going to do things differently. If you help me, I have no reason to torment you the way that Maisie has things set up, the way these shadow elves have built these prisons. But you do despair, don't you? You told me you did not wish for me to save you. You are a broken, sad, empty vessel.
Well, I mean, you don't have to rub it in, but sure.
You know one loves you more than anything.
Only because he has to, right?
Only because he has to. But why does he have to? Medina.
Because he's cursed. He's under, like, a spell or something. Okay, listen, if you can get him here, I'll take care of him,
Will
you know? Well, not that way. Oh my god.
I did not mean it anyway, Medina.
Okay, the way that you, like, lift your eye.
I am
Ugh.
simply curious, if you will, even if he has experienced a transformation as significant as your own.
What do you mean?
The soldier of fortune is no more. He has died and been transformed many times. He has a name now, and a new form, and a great deal of power. I have taken him from one world, a world he was created in, and brought him here to this universe of infinite possibility.
Wait, what?
All
What's his name?
present yourself. And out of these sort of shadows, kind of a sort of wearing a cloak, is a figure who the voice is familiar, but it seems sort of much smaller in size and kind of a probably like a couple, maybe your height, maybe an inch or two shorter. But just this figure kind of steps out, and you hear a voice coming from under the cloak saying, "Hi, Medina. Gotta be honest, I wasn't thinking about seeing you again for a long time, and God, your tits still look great.
Oh my god!
But, well, things are a little different now. I know I used to be God's gift to women, and I'm sure I still am to some kind of women, but I don't know if you're gonna like the new me. I will tell you, I've, from what I can tell, we're still physically compatible in certain departments, you know. But,
we weren't necessarily
Oh,
okay, I feel like it was very one-sided before, and it kind of still is. And what was your name again? Now that you have one,
he pulls the thing back, and you can see that he is this kind of like it's like not even goblin. He looks sort of puppet-like. He has that sort of like strange, you know. He's a very like ripped, sort of jacked Muppet. He's definitely, you know, Henson Creature Shop, you know, kind of.
She'll say, "What in the Jim Henson?"
He has a mustache. He's like, "Yeah, I'm so apparently I'm something called an arcane abomination." Now, Medina, that is a term you know well.
Yes.
That is a term you know from your time at the college.
Yeah. Interesting. And sorry, your name again.
Bond. Didn't give it to myself, believe me.
No.
But
well,
you
you
can't
can
outrun
call
me.
yourself whatever you want
No,
here,
not that way.
unless you want to suffer, because apparently that's what this is all about. You know.
You're not really acting like a Dark Lord, by the way.
I mean,
Guess that's because you're just too goddamn hot.
you haven't seen me in action, to be fair.
Oh my god. Okay, you are a Dark Lord because you're tormenting me. Because, yeah, I bet you're really good in action.
Okay. She'll
Oh my
like put her
God.
hand over his mouth and just say,
Oh, it's like foam. It's like foam rubber.
"Oh, why is it wet? What?
Sorry.
No."
His mustache is all bristly under your hands, yeah.
Listen, Ond.
Mm.
I think we can work together. Okay?
Mm.
I want you to stop being a fucking creep. Okay?
Mm.
Now remember who I am and what I am now. I can and will destroy you if you keep being weird and misogynistic, okay?
He nods, but at this point he's kind of like doing it, but then Dracula looks at you. Kind of this
What?
intense thing. You're not even seeing it. You're talking about, but Dracula's looking, and he just sort of sigh to it, kind of this isn't quite, you know. He gestures slightly, and the mist around you begins to intensify and darken, and Medina has this brief little flash of purple in her eyes. And then Medina says, not that I really even deserve better than you being weird and misogynistic to me. Not that I deserve to even get out of here. Or even deserve to be the Dark Lady of this place anyway. Not that I deserve anything, just I don't even know why he says he doesn't want to torment me. It's like, when I'm not even worth being tormented, is that even... It's just so pointless. And he just, the Bond is like, you do deserve better than that, and I won't be gross about it if that's what it takes. Like, no, just, I don't even care what you do, because nothing matters at all. There's no point to any of it. It's just so stupid. Just one prison for another is the worst. And he reaches out and puts a hand on your hand, like in a very honest gesture, and goes, "Listen to me. I understand I was under the effects of a lot of powerful magic, but I've been transformed multiple times. I was a sword, then I was a goblin, now I'm this. I was given a fucking name. I was given purposes I never wanted. Everything I was." Damn, it's the wrong song playing. Hold on. There we go. Everything I was has been taken from me. But I didn't shake you loose. You're too strong. You matter too much. Medina sort of softens for a moment. Lauren, roll a d13. You're muted. 11. Well,
you muted me. Of course I was muted.
What does Medina actually say to that?
Honestly, she would say, "You have to love me because you are compelled to by the spell that you're under." I don't deserve, she would honestly say, "I don't deserve any of this commitment or compassion or loyalty," which is weird because that's what she was saying before, folks.
Ond kind of just says, "No one deserves anything. All we have is what it is."
And when the spell breaks?
I don't know when. Dracula says, "Sing your song again, Medina Lake."
It wasn't my song.
Sing it. Sing the song of the Stone Man. Sing the song of such power.
Is that a request or a command?
I cannot command the Dread Lady. It is an opportunity for a test.
She will.
Okay. Medina sings. We sort of it's a song that we heard Johnny old Johnny Voltage you want to go to heaven, boy. You want to go to heaven, boy. You think that you deserve it. You think you got the nerve to never ever swerve from the light, the light, the light, the light, despite the throbbing urge that I feel. Sings all of this. And on goes, you got a nice voice. There is no dread left in those words, for the stone man is dead and broken. But Ond is still there looking at Medina with devotion and loyalty. Maybe he just fought too hard to give up hope now. He still cares, even with the music no longer enchanted, even with the dread gone from the words, even having transformed multiple times and come to this place. Perhaps she was all he was living for, and now even if the reason he wanted her is gone, he still does. He recognizes that he has no... He knows he's like, spell's already broken, except you're the spell. And that ain't broken yet. He looks at Medina. And what does Medina say to that, Lauren? What does she want to say to that?
I need help here. Someone I can trust.
Okay.
And she'll say, and I think that person is you, Ond.
That's what she wants to say.
Oh, fuck!
But instead, what she says is, you're wrong. You don't love me. It's all lies. It's all lies. It's pointless. I don't deserve any of this. And she stalks away. Dracula watches her go. Ond is like, but I... And Dracula says, give her a moment, my friend. You may still be able to win her. But for now, let her soak in her despair. And as Dracula smiles, and as Medina walks away, tears in her eyes, the torment upon her, a dread lady in full, that is where we'll end tonight's session. You're talking. Say everything you just said, but quieter, because Zoom muted you.
This is worse. I should have just let you play her.
I said.
Whole time.
Lauren said, "Can I be Medina again?" And I said, "Well, Medina's."
I was saying it's not fair. She got taken away from me in a show I was not in at that point, and it's not fair. And he was like, "Well, I think there could be something that could bring this all together." You bitch! I'm
Philip,
mad. I'm quitting this game on.
Philip, sometimes I forget. And then there are moments like this that remind me that you are literally just a walking, talking monkey's paw. Like,
I am. Guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Lauren, but also, doesn't it feel good to like feel something? Because that's really the point of this. And what do you think about the fact that Ond is broken from the spell and still loves her?
He is such a cool guy.
That's
So cool. It feels so good to love and feel.
Yeah.
breaks me apart inside.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Her whole thing was like she didn't deserve love, and the fact that dreadlords feel feelings that they can't say, that's you're fucked up in the head, Philip.
That's the ultimate punishment.
Oh man, oh god, I would have written a song about this. Oh god, I could have written a song about a little goblin who loves a woman. That's how I felt all the time. But instead, the wires get crossed. Oh man, if only I wasn't lying dead in a ditch, but at least it felt good when I died.
Oh,
Gee,
God.
ain't it funny? So, thanks everyone.
It does tear me apart at the dreams.
Tears you apart at the dreams. Well, thanks everyone. This was really good. I'm very happy with this. Sorry for how deeply sexual. So basically, what we had is a whiplash of some way too sexual stuff. I would imagine someone could. Yep. I mean, whatever. Point is, very sexual stuff. Then
someone could what, Philip?
I don't know. We could get like just like sued.
A strike. We'll get a strike.
I don't think it's a strike. I think we just get like sued by. We could get sued by the federal government. They're just like there's obscenity laws and you violated them.
If you're watching from Texas, you need to show your ID to the computer.
Scum.
Philip,
yes, sir. Yes, Jared.
If I had a nickel for every time one of my characters on the show was fucked to death, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
It's really not twice.
Death by snoo.
You only have 2? I feel like you have 3.
Do I have 3?
No. Dowell wasn't.
Dowell was not fucked. Yeah. He was drowned. Yeah.
Dowell was drowned.
He was close. All right. Well, anyway, everyone, he was close. That's 3 inches right there. Okay. Anyway.
Which is average, well above.
More than enough.
As someone told me.
I like how Sophia says, Philip, every episode is witch whiplash. And I'm like, that's pretty true. Like, what are you even talking about? This was some real whiplash because we had some real fun, sexy times, and then I had to punch Medina in the teeth. Mission compromptly.
Emotionally.
Excellent.
Ah.
Oh, well, thank you, everyone. That was really fun. That is, we have only 4 of these left.
I'm gonna cry.
Are you gonna cry on October 31st?
Probably.
Yeah, probably will. I understand. It's fine. We've been doing it for a long time. Also, and it's not, we'll still have fun, but this has been a great show. So, join us for some other games. On Sunday, I believe we're back with Here Be Dragons. On Monday, we are back with the Dreamlands, where I believe cold is beating hot in a much bigger way this time. Cold is...
Also, the emoji for hot is not a thirst trap. Or, it's not thirsting, it's just hot.
It's just like the heat hot. I should have put a thermometer next to it. And then
I got a text message from Philip saying, does this emoji mean horny?
Well, because someone told me when I asked, you'll never guess who of the people I thought. Basically, when I was talking to KJ, I was like, why are you putting this? KJ had like a couple of reasons. Was also like I didn't really want to do the thing that would help Maisie, and also it's like I don't want to just be putting like horny in the thing every time. I was like, okay. So the point is, hot is losing. It's a pretty big route for cold. To my surprise, that's because it seems like people are more interested in seeing what Dracula's up to rather than helping Maisie, which there you go.
And you know what? Dracula's really hot.
Dracula's very hot. Here's the thing. Dracula is controlling people in a pretty cool way. Because despite how mean what that was to Medina, it was also fucking cool. Dracula's cool.
Dracula's also grieving, though.
He's grieving. He wants... Yeah. Never again can he experience the feeling and scent of Everett Plantain. So in any case, join us for that on Monday. On Wednesday, join us for the Deck of Long Lost Things. We should be back into the swing of that one now. And we had a big sort of reversal of that, and some fortunes were crazy, but they got into a thing at the end of it, so we'll do that. And then 1 week from tonight, we are back with Chapter 166 of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread, an RPG, where we might check in with another person we haven't seen for a little while. Dan, you're here next week, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah, we'll check in with someone we haven't seen in a minute.
So close to the edge.
It is.
All right, on the precipice.
We're edging right now, all of us.
And we're back.
That's
to
my
that
secret
live.
cap.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to see old episodes, our wiki to see how this all goes together. Do we have anyone to thank in chat for the evening?
We just have the chat to thank.
Chat, thank you for being
here
chat
with us this evening.
Thank you for being a chat.
Thank you for some
one.
reason, not leaving.
Travel down the road, that's where it's at.
They don't see Phil being shot.
At this point, it's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for willingly sharing in the trauma that I inflict them.
I really enjoy being chat on. Thank you, chat.
Oh no! Ew!
What are you talking about? I love the chat.
Well, from Scump to chat.
Oh,
we've
and
had
Lauren.
some great stuff tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here, guys. This has been great.
Thank you so much for the puns, Lauren.
Oh, did Lauren do puns? I didn't see puns.
Well, she almost did a pun that I said, and she was like, I was gonna say that, but
Gotcha.
the puns are too spicy. They never are. Always say them.
You could have said it. Believe me. This game,
then-
you could have said it.
Yeah.
I said mouthful of scump this game, so I think we're all fine. All right.
Keep saying that word like it's gonna get better.
It's never going to get better. And remember the hand gestures I was doing with the hand you were sucking the life out of? Blood granita. Anyway, thanks all. This was a lot of fun. You're wonderful people. I'll miss this game so much and all of you, but also I won't because we'll still all be, having fun. Until next time, have a dreadful night. That is, if you think you deserve it.
Your bags are packed, you're at the door, a taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say, I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that, you had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? Not happily ever after anything, but don't give up, not for 1 hour. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find a way to up your power. What you're looking for is in another castle down the line.